Hello everyone, Jess Claire here. Hey Nicole, trying out something a little bit different tonight, testing my own edges. I run a social media school and I ask my students to go and do things that they don't usually do. And so tonight I'm going to do that, and I'm actually going to read a piece of poetry out that is probably one of the most profound pieces of poetry. I don't know if anyone has ever heard it. Hello Jennifer, hello Rebecca. If you haven't heard this, I really suggest you listen to it and really listen to the words. Hello. If you think this is something that you'd like and you have a piece of poetry that you'd like to be read and you think is profound, I'm all about profound poetry. Hello Marinelle, or Manuel. And yeah, if you want to make comments on this or if you have anything you want to say about this. Hello Lisa. The Egg by Andy Weir. Does anyone know this? Anyone ever heard of it? Hello Lisa. If you haven't, you really want to listen to this. It's incredible. I love words, I love language, and I love things. Hello Carlita. And I love things that move and inspire people, and this actually did with me. I just want to shout out to a girl called Gaibrielle who first introduced me to this piece of poetry. Hello Sharon and Donna. And yeah, so I'm going to start. Please listen in. If you want to comment, please do. I'm not going to interact or engage with any of the comments, but I would like to recite this. Like I said, I'm pushing my own edges here, letting you in to hear about a piece of poetry I love, but also something is super moving. Okay, so here I go. Andy Weir, The Egg. You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. You left behind a wife and 2 children. It was a painless death. The EMTs tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was utterly shattered. You were better off, trust me. And that's when you met me. What happened, you asked? Where am I? You died, I said matter-of-factly. No point mincing words. There was a truck. It was skidding. Yep, I said. I died? Yep, but don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies. I said. You looked around. There was nothingness. Just you and me. What is this place? You asked. Is this the afterlife? More or less, I said. Are you God? You asked. Yep, I replied. I'm God. My kids, my wife, you said. What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is form your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man, or possibly a woman, some vague authority figure, maybe more of a grammar school teacher than an almighty. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contempt for you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, you said, so what happens now? Do I go to heaven or hell or something? Neither, I said. You'll be reincarnated. Ah, you said, so the Hindus were right. All religions are right in their own way. I said, walk with me. You followed along as we strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular, I said. It's just nice to walk while we talk. So what's the point then, you asked? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby, so all my experiences and everything that I did in this life won't matter? Not so, I said. You have within you all the knowledge and experiences of past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent and beautiful and gigantic than you could possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been in a human for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of the immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start remembering everything. But there's no point doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots and lots. And lots of different lives, I said. This time round, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 540 AD. Wait, what? You stammered. You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically, time as you know it only exists in your universe. Oh dear, I've got someone coming to visit me. That's bad timing. Things are different where I come from. Where are you from? You said. Oh, sure, I explained. I come from somewhere else. And there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places in time, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So what's the point of all of it? Seriously, I asked. Seriously, you're asking me for the meaning of life? Isn't that a little stereotypical? Well, isn't it a reasonable question? You persisted. I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? Oh my God, I have someone at my fucking door. Hang on. Thanks, babes. Oh, cheers. All right, see ya. Soz. My daughter needed to give me $2. Anyway. 7-year-old next door neighbour needed to return me $2 in the middle of reciting poetry. Okay, apologies for that interruption. Where was I? The meaning of life. The reason I made this whole universe is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No, just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become larger and greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no one else, I said. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly at me. But all the people on earth? All you, different incarnations of you. Wait, I'm everyone? Now you're getting it, I said with a congratulatory slap on the back. I'm every human being that ever lived? Or who will ever live, yes. I'm Abraham Lincoln, and you're John Wilkes Booth too, I added. I'm Hitler, you said appalled, and you're the millions he killed. I'm Jesus, and you're everyone that followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimized someone, I said, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why, you asked me. Why do all this? Because someday you'll be like me. Because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Whoa, you said incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, you said, is just an egg, I answered. Now it's time for you to move on to your next life, and I sent you on your way. For those of you that are still listening, that was Andy Weir, The Egg. Like I said, my favourite poem, and I wanted to jump on here because I run a social media school, and I'm always encouraging people to go out and do things, to test their edges and really do things, and I was like not wanting to do this. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Anyone that is still listening to that, like I actually really profoundly connect with that piece of poetry. Hello Jennifer, you enjoyed that? I'm glad you enjoyed that. I wrote a poem myself tonight. Boom, baby. I know, right? I wrote a piece of poetry myself tonight, so I'm gonna maybe read that next week. Oh, you have heard it? Isn't it a beautiful piece of poetry? A really, really. So it turns out, you know, if you take that as potentially in somewhat true, it means that you and I are just the same. I do actually believe that. You and I am you, all of it. It is beautiful, isn't it, Sky? Hello, Miranda Clark. So, I'm now in the mood to like read my own bit of poetry. If anyone is still on and you'd like me to read what I wrote tonight, I think I left it in the car. I can, but I haven't actually. I just wrote it down. Read it now. I could. Exactly, that is the truth. Well, I don't know. If there is a truth, I don't know if there is a truth, Jennifer. So, yes, please read it, yes? Okay, well, I'm going to have to go get it. I literally just went to, as I do, because it's one of my favourite things, I went out to the water, watched the sunrise, sat on this big jetty all by myself with a blanket, and I just sort of sit there, close my eyes, go quiet, and this download, and I just start writing this poetry. Do it. Okay, let me just go get it, and I'll come back. Andy Weir is gone, so this is the second recital. I know that what you kind of search for truth. I don't believe there is any truth, Jen. I know, I'm a bit crazy like that. I believe truth is made up. While you're still feeling it. Okay, I'm gonna run and get it, and I'm gonna come back. Chop, chop. Wish I could just pause. Hang on. Uno momento. Okay, here I am. I'm back. So, second recital. Geez, I didn't plan to do 2 recitals tonight. Bit of peppermint oil on the roof of your mouth for that too. Thank you, babe. It's been around for a while. It's not the Rona. So, oh wow, this is quite long. Wow, I felt like I wrote this in like 5 seconds. Anyway, so here we go. Should I turn this off and then create a new one and do a second recital, or should I just do the whole thing? I think, what do you reckon? Just do it, fuck it. Okay, so second recital of poetry, 𝙤𝙤𝙀. I don't have a name for this, maybe you call it day by day. I don't know. So here it goes. Day by day, hour by hour, tick tock, it passes. There are gentle sensations in my body and thoughts that become impulses in my mind. But I'm still. Why would I act? What is there to do? Nothing. Nothing is the answer today. But what about your business, your friends, the pages in your books? What about your social media consistency and all the actions that build up? It's like I see them in line next to me, like an invisible queue of activity. Today, I'm being someone else, to let go of all of it. Like the whole thing just disappears and I have a blank slate. Peace, patience, compassion, stillness, isness, and the burning desire that still lingers inside of me. It's still there. It's not as if I have to do anything to make it there. It's just always there. But like even that force has taken form, and it's an 80-foot tall giant angel. Its hand is on my shoulder, and it's time to is on my shoulder, and it says, it's time to take rest and be still. I look up at this 80-foot being and I say, but what about all the things I need to do? And it says, you never needed to do anything, any of it anyway, it whispered, in this soft voice that almost wasn't there. You always are, and you always have been, a blank slate. You just forgotten who you are. Oh, I see, I said. I think I did. I am nothing and everything. I always knew I had to say that. I knew that was the answer. So why do I feel all this pain? If I really am everything and nothing. The voice went silent. For a moment, the voice went silent for a moment. How do you think? Okay, the voice went silent for a moment. How do you think something that is everything and nothing at the same time experiences itself? I raised an eyebrow and I started to ponder the question. Well, to experience everything, it must be given form. Yes, said the angel, who answered with a grin. This is your body. And then, well, it seems to me that I must encounter and experience what I'm not to really get clear on who I am, right? I guess it's like binary code of the universe, being someone who's into data. Ones and zeros, although it seems pretty simple to think of it like that. It is simple, said the voice. When you experience nothing and then experience everything, it's magical, except it's not something to hold on to or attach to. You humans are notorious for thinking, what is it? What is it? All there is to experience, all of it, you are going to anyway. The divine essence that is your life. Well, it's your choice, but if you allow it, all of the experience is yours to experience. How do I get to everything and nothing though? Said the angel. There lies the problem. When you are meditating to get to nothing or driving out a result to experience everything, that is part of it. And it misses the point. It's always there. When you see the circumstances in front of you, you feel the energy of the collective. When you hold on to and express all of the energy inside of you, you will come back to nothing. It doesn't go away. There are just always things in front of it. To hear, to see, to be with, to acknowledge, to discover. And when you allow all of it, it will guide you home. And it's not important that you are home. It's just choice. Just know it's always there. And you and your something can come back anytime. That's it. I really don't know what that word is. I don't know what me and my whatever can come back. But anyway, that was the poem I wrote tonight on the water. Hello, Gavin. And thank you for everyone that's still watching. I really appreciate it. My very first poetry recital, profound poetry. I love it. I think poetry is such a beautiful way to express. And I wanted to put myself out. Thank you, Marta. I hope that you have enjoyed that. If there are anything, any pieces that you guys particularly like, I'm going to go searching for them now. I freaking love poetry. Expressionist rawness, absolutely. And I'm all about anything that unlocks joy, and joy, I get so much joy out of poetry, reading it, writing it, particularly something that sort of, has the kind of words that connects me to something far bigger than something that's happening in my life right now. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hello, Haley. Who else is there? Anyone else who's still on? Talita, I don't know if you're still there. I would love to hear your feedback and comments on that. For anyone who's jumping onto the end, please go back and listen to Andy Weir. It's, okay, check it out, the 18th sonnet. I'll have to check that one out. That Andy Weir, the egg, which is the first half of this, is just freaking epic. And I just want everyone to hear it. Toledo, I hope you enjoyed that. Hello, Bria. Thank you for tuning in. Hello, Bria. I just recited 2 poems. I felt it. Good. I did too. I was like, this is all to be experienced. This is why I never shut up about just sharing what's there for me. Anyway, and finding ways to do that. I don't know that there's anything else for me to say. Thank you for tuning in to my very first Profound Poetry Sunday. I'm going to go and have a bath, light some candles, and probably do some more writing poetry. Let's have a watch party. Thank you, beautiful people, for listening in and watching this. I hope in some way it has impacted you and left you with a really sense of who you are and, the kind of difference that you can make in the world. So thanks, Carly. You guys have an amazing night. And until I've got my 3-day immersion starting tomorrow, so I wanted to do something really nice tonight. So this has been a nice night. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you. JSP. What? What does that mean, Sky? JSP for the win? Oh, just sponsor poetry for the win. Yes. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a great night, and I'll see you guys later.